Land of the Midnight Sun is a Warner Brothers cartoon from 1939. This is directed by Tex Avery and written by Melvin Millar, with a voice cast including Tex Avery, Sara Berner, Mel Blanc, and Robert C. Bruce. And to be perfectly honest, I didn't really care for this one. It was very, very slow, and there were a couple of okay visual gags. And the animation itself is pretty good. The animation quality is not too bad, but I found it to be very slow and not that interesting. The first half of the cartoon being about 7-ish minutes, the first half is this ship making its way towards Alaska, and it's about the journey there and the sea and the waters being choppy. And I did like the animation of the boat sticking to the coast. I won't explain exactly what happens, though it might be obvious. I rather enjoyed that. And then eventually we get to Alaska and we meet some of the locals and some animals, and there are a lot of cold weather jokes, basically visual gags. For example, I won't spoil too much, but I will explain one. For example, a hen lays eggs that are already encased in ice because it's so cold. And honestly, I just found it to be really dull, and I didn't really care for it. There were a few small things here and there that I thought were okay, but there wasn't really very much about this that I liked. It was very, very slow. And had they maybe just made it a cartoon set in Alaska and maybe fleshed that out a bit more and made that a little bit more interesting, it might have been a bit better. But it took us about half the cartoon to get there. And once we got there, what we had just wasn't very interesting at all. So, unfortunately, Land of the Midnight Fun, aside from having a few bits of decent animation, is not one that I would say is particularly enjoyable. I didn't really care for it. If it sounds like something that would appeal to you, then by all means give it a watch, come to your own conclusions. But in general, I wouldn't watch it again, and I don't really think you'd be missing out on much if you decided not to watch it.